In a couple of minutes, we'll be replaying this morning's bingo draw, so get your books ready. We'll be back in a minute or two with that. But first, I want to introduce two guests into studio. RosWIN is a business network in Roscommon, covers businesses all over the county. And the mission of RosWIN is to inspire, connecting and supporting women to create and develop business in the county. Now, the project has a number of events coming up that would be of interest to women entrepreneurs across the region. And today, in a couple of minutes, we'll be talking about those. But first, let's hear about the service today. So, as I said, in studio, Helen Butler and Bernie Cotter, and very welcome along, the two of you. Thanks very much for joining me. And maybe first of all, we might just start about how RosWIN works. Helen, tell us about it.
Okay, thanks very much. Mary Claire, RosWIN is a network for women who are interested in either creating a business for themselves or maybe running an existing business and want to develop it and expand it. So we, as the mission statement says, we inspire, connect, support women to create their business, to continue working in the business, to network with other business people, to identify training needs, identify support needs. We look at the business needs, but we look at the personal needs, the holistic needs of the woman at work as well. We're based in County Roscommon. We don't discriminate against the people who are on the fringes.
No.
But we meet once a month. We have a public meeting once a month for members and for others. One is coming up. We'll talk about it later. But it's an inspiring New Year's meeting in January. And then from time to time we take part in other activities and events. Every month we run a mentoring session. It's called Business Alchemy, turning things into gold, where somebody who wants to talk to one of the members on a one-to-one basis can do so and talk about their business and get some ideas and just get going.
Okay.
So that's really what it's about.
All right. So it's to help people, Bernie, I suppose, for people who want to talk to other women who've done this. So a lot of people in the network will have trod the path, so to speak.
Yes, that's it, exactly. I mean, a lot of our newer members would be people who are just starting out in business. And small individual businesses, they don't have the support. So that's what we're for. We're there to provide that support. And because we have a wide range of businesses involved in our network, we can more than likely cover anything that they might need. We can help them with information on getting funding. We can help them with their retailing. We can help them with their books, with taxation issues. So we have members in our network who will cover all of those. And it's a free service that we provide to our members. Okay. And then the mentoring, as Helen says, is very, very important because we can sit down with them and we can help them to make a business plan and help them to get a vision of where they want to be and then help them to get there.
Okay, and obviously a lot of people will be looking for the funding and the expertise. And we'll come back to that right after we take a look at today's bingo draw once again. Another way for you to put some money in the kitty, courtesy of Shannonside FM.
Rehab Radio Bingo, brought to you in association with Town of Monaghan Co-op and Champion Milk, the choice of champions.
It's Thursday the 12th of January and it's time to play Rehab Radio Bingo. There were no winners of yesterday's rollover prize of €600, so we are now playing for a treble rollover prize of €900. We're playing on a week 2 book this week and today we're playing on the pink page. So here are today's numbers and the very best of luck to you all. 43, 33, 17... 8, 78, 14, 42, 32, 55 and 66. Those numbers again: 43, 33, 17, 8, 78, 14, 42, 32, 55 and 66. Today's numbers will be repeated at their newly allocated times. And remember, as our November jackpot was not won, we've decided to give it away in January. So on Friday, if you can complete a full panel, you could win and share in €2,000 every Friday until the 27th of January, simply by completing a full panel. Bingo books cost €4. They are on sale in shops where you see the Rehab Radio bingo poster on display, and a list of the stores can be found on the website at www.shannonside.ie or www.northernsound.ie.
Rehab Radio Bingo, brought to you in association with Town of Monaghan Co-op and Champion Milk, the choice of champions.
In studio this afternoon, I'm delighted to be joined by two women entrepreneurs from County Roscommon, Helen Butler and Bernie Cotter. They're part of the Roscommon WIN Network, the RosWIN Network, and that's about supporting and inspiring and helping women in the county get their business off the ground if that's what they want to go into. And I'm amazed that both Helen and Bernie say that everyone involved in the network, Bernie, as we were saying there in the break, does this for just because they want to help people. It's purely voluntary.
Oh, it's purely voluntary, yeah. We have a management committee which is made up of members. And, I mean, from the point of view, I would say from my own point of view, I got such help from RosWIN when I joined them, when I started my own little home business, that I now want to share that with others, and I think that's what we're all about, and that's what we need to be about. I think in this country, in the present economic climate, we have to help each other. And
Helen, do you think it's really important, particularly for women, because they feel that they're going to face so many barriers?
Well, I think it is really important. I think it's important for everybody, and there's actually. We probably would have assisted lots of men as well on the QT, but the needs are very human and they're very personal. Particularly if you're not an entrepreneur. Maybe I'm not born into that or working in that frame of mind always, that you've got this idea, would it work? I'm not really sure, should I? That if you come to some one of the RosWIN meetings and you meet up with us, you can talk it through and we can say, well, there's somebody here who's actually tried that. She might be able to help you. I'll facilitate an introduction between you and her. Or actually, we did something on this recently, and we've some notes. Here's some help. So it's really supportive. And like Bernie said, myself and my husband, we have an organic farm. We started this. Neither of us are business people. And you might say you might never be, but neither of us set out in life to be like this. And it's because of RosWIN. Truly, it is because of RosWIN and the support that we've gotten from the network members and from people like the Enterprise Board and Leader.
I was going to ask you about that, because obviously, and we're going to talk about the Success is Yours event you have coming up in the next week or so. You don't get to put on these events or print out sheets or have your own website or anything like that for nothing.
No, we don't. And I mean, we're blessed really and truly. And I'm speaking, I suppose, as a Galway person who's immigrated to Roscommon. It's a fabulous county. It's a fabulous county to live in. It's a fabulous county for support. We're blessed truly with the County Enterprise Board in Roscommon and with Roscommon Leader Partnership and the funding that we would have received on an ongoing basis. Sometimes it's greater, sometimes it's lesser, but it's there. And if it can't be given in funding, in money, it's given in training and advice and assistance. And there are people always in the background. It's a fabulous county. And I think we really, really all need to be working so hard to keep it as great as it is.
Well, it does. It takes a lot of work, but you do get the helping hand, and I know that you bring in experts to inspire people, and I know Success is Yours. It's even an inspirational title. It's January the 17th, so that's coming up not next week, but the following Tuesday night. Yeah. Ronan Scully, we were all bitten by the Operation Transformation bug at the minute, but I think he was second last year, was he, Bernie?
Second last year, that's right.
And he's going to come down and chat.
He's coming down to speak to us. He's an inspirational guy. He really is. Absolutely fabulous to listen to. And he has some very interesting things to tell us. So he's coming, and thank goodness he's coming free of charge. He's not costing us anything. And he's really interested in getting down to the west. Now, he's originally from Galway, but lives in the Midlands now. And his job of work, he works for Self-Help Ireland. He's a fundraiser. But he's speaking particularly on getting started for the new year, getting set up with a Get Fit programme, and obviously losing weight as well, of course, which is vitally important to all of us.
We're going to kill a couple of birds with the same stone on Tuesday week. Geraldine Raftery, though, I think in the VEC is going to come in and look at marketing too, Helen.
What we try to do with our monthly meetings is to cover maybe the personal angle of business and the business thing. So Geraldine is going to look at new ways of marketing using Google, this whole notion of search engine optimization, which is about how do you get your website as high up as possible on a Google search.
Oh yes.
So when you type in something, get it up in the first couple of places. That's what search engine optimization is about. Okay. So she's going to talk about that. So as I said, we try to capture that practical piece of assistance, and then maybe the holistic part in terms of this Success is Yours with Ronan. I mean, everything. We start the new year making New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to get more exercise, I'm going to lose weight, and I'm going to start saving money, and I'm going to this and I'm going to that. They're all external things. I suppose I'm a life coach, and I think of it like this. All of these changes have to happen inside the person, and once you start to make the changes inside, it's much easier to make the ones on the outside. So we really are trying to look at every angle and keep people in Roscommon, so that you don't have to be going off to Dublin and Limerick and Galway and Sligo, places like that.
And you both have proved that point. And there's
Absolutely.
so many more women as part. How many women are part of the network? Or how many people have gone through the network? I'd say there must be hundreds at this
there
stage.
There are hundreds
Yeah.
at this stage. I mean, we run at a membership of about 75, 80 at all times. But we would have had, people, obviously, when they've reached their success point, they've moved on.
Okay.
And that's exactly what we
and
need.
some then, after they've gone for a little while, actually come back to help out.
Like you're doing today.
Which is
So monthly meetings every month. It's a chance for the network to come together. If people want to find out more about RosWIN, how do they do it? And if they can't make next Tuesday, when to know, or Tuesday week, when to know to go to the next one?
Our website is www.roswin.ie, ROSWIN. You can email us at info@roswin.ie. We're also on Facebook, and the Facebook page is updated regularly, and you can like it. Our landline is 090 66 30 252, extension 218, and the mobile is 086 049 0935.
Okay, well, they'll get all of that on the roswin.ie website
Everything's
as well.
on the RosWIN.ie website,
Okay.
plus a list of all our members. Our website is actually a great place for the members to actually advertise themselves and their businesses. So, and for a membership fee of €50 and an early bird fee of €45, you won't get cheaper advertising.
And I know that you're making strides in the website area, and we might bring you back on in a couple of weeks to talk about that, because you have a novel idea for doing that. We don't have time to touch on it today. But again, we'll remind people, where is the event taking place? Where's the 17th, on the 17th?
The
Tuesday?
17th is in Hannon's Hotel in Roscommon.
Hannon's Hotel at what time?
At 7 p.m.
7 o'clock in Hannon's Hotel on Tuesday the 17th of January. That's Tuesday week, listeners. Ronan Scully, if you're in the middle of Operation Transformation yourself and you want to hear about fundraising as well, and you want to meet the women of RosWIN, pop along to Hannon's on the 17th. That's Tuesday week at 7 o'clock. My thanks to both of you for coming in this afternoon. It's been a pleasure to meet you. Helen Butler there and Bernie Cotter of RosWIN, and I'll put the details on the Shannonside website as well if people want to get in touch, and we'll remind people of it closer to the time. Thank you so much, both of you, for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
That's it from Let's Talk for today. I want to say a big shout out to Colette Nally in Clonbonny in Athlone. You're my qualifier for the Holloway competition, and fingers crossed Pete will draw your name out. Same fingers crossed as I've been giving all my qualifiers all week. But anyway, tune into the big cereal bowl next Monday morning with PKC. Alan Clark is taking you off on the home run now. We'll chat to you tomorrow.
Let's Talk, brought to you by Malloy's Lifestyle Pharmacy.